So yeah, now we get to watch the credit sequence. What do you suppose happened to Cortex? Well, I guess I'll find out in a minute, now that I've gotten all the gems. Okay, so it's not particularly interesting. The credits music is... I think it's the same as the bonus areas for... or secret areas for the woods levels. If it's not, it's pretty dang close. Come on, give us some scenes to look at in the background or something. And that's it. So now we're back in the 5th warp room, and you can see we've gotten all the crystals. I guess now it's time to see the other endgame cutscene you can get, if you manage to get all the gems. Alright, I've saved my game for the last time, 100%. So now let's watch the true ending of Crash Bandicoot 2, shall we? Let's see what happens if the Cortex Vortex does blow up. And we get to watch all 42 gems go by us. So lovely, so shiny. And I don't care what they're called, white, clear, otherwise, they're gray. Do they look gray to you? Do they look gray to me? The colored gems are here too, of course. You can see them, yellow, blue, red, green, purple. And we get to see and hear Brio in person.
We are ready, Crash. Would you like to do the honors?
Gotta love that voice. And Crash activates the laser beam, and there's the Cortex Vortex. And it blows into a million pieces. Unfortunately, as they'd find out the hard way in the next game, those pieces were apparently not small enough. Also, Crash was already standing on the button before Brio powered the thing up. Isn't that kinda dangerous? Anyway, I could have sworn that cutscene was longer or had more to it or something, but apparently not. So now we're watching the credit sequence again, except that this time we actually have the Cortex Vortex blown up instead of just seeing it there. So I guess that's a perfect time to talk about the game and what I'll do next. Well, first of all, I do hope you enjoyed watching me play through Crash Bandicoot 2, especially since, unfortunately, it might be the only 3D platformer you'll ever see on my channel. Simply because, well, I don't really know of all that many, and I haven't played all that many. I mean, the only other one I can think of that I've played much of is Spyro, which focuses way too much on collecting things for me to really want to do an LP of. And the others, about the only ones I can think of are Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, Klonoa, and Croc. And in all 4 of those cases, I really haven't played much of any of them, so I don't think I'm qualified, I guess. As far as other Crash games go, well, we'll see. I mean, I've made it blatantly obvious from the beginning that Crash 2 is my favorite in the series, by far. And there are reasons for that. It's not that the other games are bad, because they're not. But this might be the only one I LP, nevertheless. Crash 1 is pretty much out because of the rampant fake difficulty and bad design choices. Crash 3 because of the annoying gimmick levels. Looking at you, motorcycle levels. And Crash 4, well, apparently you get to hear Cortex's evil laugh in the background again. Despite the fact that we just destroyed his Cortex Vortex. Okay. And I guess at the end of the credits sequence, we just go back to the title screen. Yeah. So anyway, Crash 4, that's a possibility, but the problem is I can't record it, really. I can't emulate it, and as I've said many times, I really don't have a way to record things directly from consoles. I wish I did, and I've asked several times if anybody had any suggestions, but I don't know. Yeah, let's load my 100% file. Why not? We'll stand around in the warp room and gossip or something. I actually have 98 Wumpa Fruits. If I'd just gotten one more, it would have been perfect. Or two more, depending on your point of view. And as far as Crash 5 and 7 goes, well, I can't record those either, obviously, but even if I could, I really don't care all that much about them. Blech. They really do not make the kinds of games I like much anymore, do they? No, they don't. Now, I guess I could try the Game Boy Advance Crash games. I'm not really familiar with those. But anyway, what should I do next? Well, there are plenty more Mega Man games, so I might do one of those. I might even be able to play Mega Man 9 and 7 or 9 and 10, I mean. Because although I still can't record off the Wii, I might actually be able to emulate those at a decent speed with the new computer. I'd have to check it. And I wouldn't have to worry about motion controls either, since they're NES styled. Only need 2 buttons plus the D-pad. Also, there's a glaring lack of Super Mario Bros. 1 through 3 on my channel, so I may have to fix that shortly. There's also the possibility of playing New Super Mario Bros., not the Wii version. I actually like the Wii version better than the original, but, well, it's a Wii game, and you know what that means. I actually tried emulating it, and it seemed to run at a decent speed, but it wasn't very accurate, like the coins didn't animate properly. So yeah, that's kind of out for now. The problem with the original New Super Mario Bros., though, is I'm not really sure how I'd record it, thanks to the DS having that split screen thing. So, I don't know, we'll see. Whatever I do, you can bet I'll find something. Of course, I still have one more Donkey Kong Country game and 2 more Mickey's Magical Quest games, along with various other Disney games. And Warner Brothers, whatever. So yeah, I'm by no means done yet. And whatever I decide to do next time, well, I hope you'll be there with me. I hope you'll watch it and like it. I mean, hope I can continue to entertain. So I guess with that, that's the end of this one. That's the end of the Crash Bandicoot 2 LP, 100%. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative, and I'll see you next time.